Hi, I'm Russ Jeffers from MobileBurn.com, and here I've got the Acer X960, which is a new Windows Mobile 6.1 device that's just come out from Acer. Just going to take a look at a few of the hardware features and software features of this phone. Starting off at the front here, you can see we've got a 2.8-inch resistive touchscreen, which isn't really as large as you would hope for a touchscreen device. It's only comparable to the Nokia 95 same size screen, except the Nokia's got a keypad, which the Acer doesn't. In terms of the size of the actual device, the Acer is also slightly larger, although not quite as thick. Moving on from that, you can see below we've got a D-pad here, a round D-pad. Not a lot of use for this because obviously we've got the touch screen, but it's still nice to have one. And we've got an enter button in the middle there. To the left we've got a GPS button which takes you directly into Google Maps, and to the right we've got a home button which is supposed to take you back to the home screen but only works from a handful of menus. Most of the time I found that it didn't actually do anything at all, which was quite odd. Either side of those we've got the call key and the call end key, as you would expect. Above the screen we've got the device's earpiece, a forward-facing video call camera and an ambient light sensor. On either side we've got some notification LEDs. I mean, this one's just showing me that we've got a new SMS message, but you get other LEDs to show you when Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and the GPS is on as well, and also one that just flashes green all the time to show that you have signal. On the left here we have the volume rocker and a customizable shortcut key that you can set to bring up various different applications, and a lanyard fixing at the top there. Right on the top of the device we've just got the GPS engraved up there, and on the right we've got the power key which powers the device on and off and is used to sleep and wake the screen. Beneath that we've got the micro SD card slot and the camera shutter button there. Micro SD card slot, although it's on the side and open sideways, oddly you actually have to remove the back cover of the device to actually get your finger under it to open it, which is how it shows you to do it in the manual. It seems a bit weird to me. It seems like it'd be better to have just a little bit to get your nail underneath it. Anyway, at the bottom corner here we've got the stylus. Not an active stylus, not magnetic either, just a telescopic one. It's pretty sort of flimsy as well. It does bend a bit, which isn't great, but it's quite necessary on this phone because the screen's not the biggest, as I say, and it's quite hard to tap certain things. On the bottom of the device we've got the mini USB port used for charging, data and headsets. You get a headset with the device which is sort of quite low quality but does the job. On the back here you can see we've got this sort of soft touch paint which is a lot better for fingerprints and scratches in the front, which is comparatively shiny and picks up a lot of prints. At the bottom here we've got the Windows logo, and then we've got the 3.2 megapixel camera here, it's autofocus camera, with the LED flash next to it and also a self-portrait mirror. And then next up we've got these two loudspeaker grills here for the speakerphone, which was quite good in terms of quality but doesn't go very loud, but there's no echo, which is quite nice. Let's go move on to the Acer shell menu now. Just tap the button on the side here. You can hear sort of a bit creaky the covers as well. It's not the best build quality we've seen. Here we've got the Acer shell sort of user interface that's on top of the Today screen of Windows Mobile, and you get sort of an office layout here, like a virtual office that you can scroll around with your thumb and then pick different applications and items in the office. You can see we've got this photo frame at the back here with photos in it that I've taken, loaded up on the phone. We've also got this little CD thing here which shows you what music you've got in the music player, and then these little contact cards which show you your shortcut contacts with their pictures, which is quite nice. Moving across from that we've got the window, which if you tap on the window you get the weather application there. It shows you the weather in all different places over the world. You can preset different places. I've just preset just a handful of different ones there, different countries. Unfortunately there wasn't that many cities on it, so I mean you just have to pick the closest city to wherever you are. Let's go back from that. For example, as I was saying about the home screen earlier, actually, if we put back into this and click the home key, you can see the device, the screen sort of flickers in places so that it knows you've actually pressed the key but doesn't actually go home. You've got to use the on-screen back key instead, which seems a bit odd. Here we've got the phone, which gives you the call list and such. We've got the calendar, which again has got live data on it, and if you click that we go straight into the calendar. We've also got this little message pad which represents SMS. So there's an SMS message in there, it's got number 1 on there to show one message. There we go. And we've also got this little envelope here which shows emails. Again, you can sort of scroll through the emails like that, which is quite nice. Quite a good view there, and different mailboxes at the top. On from that, we've got the clock here up on the wall. So if we click that, we get the raw clock, which takes the data from the weather as well. And as you can see, we've got all the same clocks here as the different places we set in the weather application. Scrolling across from that, we've got on the right hand side, this is your internet browser with shortcuts, so you can set some shortcuts here for the browser. It's Internet Explorer browser on this one, Internet Explorer Mobile, which isn't the greatest browser and was quite slow in our tests. And here we've got a little shortcuts pad which you can use for shortcuts. You can preset your own shortcuts to different applications. Next to that, we've just got this little pot here which represents the settings, so you can change various settings from here. Overall, it was a generally well-spec'd device, plenty of connectivity like GPS and Wi-Fi, but the user interface lets it down a bit. It's not quite as polished as other rivals' user interfaces. Feels a bit outdated in comparison. Anyway, that's the Acer X960. I'm Russ Jeffries from MobileBruin.com.